folks, I'm glad you're here. Thank you very much for joining me. It's like New York doesn't have something better to do with all the crime that goes on there, the illegal immigrants, the lack of housing for, U.S. veterans. Yeah, they're kicked out of their apartments to put in illegals. And now this latest from New York, Peanut the Squirrel and Fred the Raccoon, beloved pets and internet sensation, euthanized after being seized by New York State. According to the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation, Peanut the Squirrel, of internet fame, along with Fred the Raccoon, have been euthanized. Multiple anonymous complaints about Peanut, also spelled P-N-U-T or P, capital N-U-T, brought at least 6 officers from the State Department of Environmental Conservation to Mark Logan's home near the Pennsylvania border in rural Pine City on Wednesday. He said the DEC came to his house and raided it without a search warrant to find a squirrel. Mark Logan, who is 34, said that he was treated as if he was a drug dealer and they were going for drugs and guns. The 7-year-old gray rescue squirrel, commonly referred to as Peanut, on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, was put to death along with Fred the Raccoon so that the animals could be tested for the presence of rabies, according to a statement from the agency obtained by WETM. We will make a stance on how this government and New York State utilizes their resources, Mark Logan said in a phone interview. He declined to specify his possible next step, but said officials would hear from him soon about what happened to Peanut the Squirrel and Fred, a rescued raccoon that was also confiscated and put down. The State Department of Environmental Conservation took the animals Wednesday from Logan's home and animal sanctuary in rural Pine City near the Pennsylvania border. The agency, it had gotten complaints that wildlife was being kept illegally and potentially unsafely. State law requires people to get a license if they wish to own a wild animal. Logan said that he was working to get Peanut, also known as Peanut, certified as an educational animal. He also stated he was the first TikTok user to have over 1 million followers, or I should say 1 million followers for his squirrel. The DEC and Chemung County Health Department said Friday that the squirrel and raccoon were euthanized so they could be tested for rabies after Peanut bit someone involved in the investigation. Logan said Saturday that he didn't see Peanut bite anyone during what he described as a hours-long, heavy-handed search. The authorities haven't spoken with him since they left the property, he said. Honestly, this still kind of feels surreal that the state that I actually live in targeted me and took 2 of my most beloved pets on this planet away. Didn't even quarantine them. They took them from my house and just killed them, he said. Logan said he started caring for Peanut after the animal's mother was hit by a car in New York City 7 years ago. Tens of thousands of users of Instagram, TikTok, and other social media platforms glimpsed the animal sporting a tiny hat, doing tricks and nibbling on waffles, clutched in his little paw. Logan said Fred the Raccoon was dropped off on his doorstep a few months ago after helping the animal recover from injuries. Logan said he and his wife were planning to release the creature into the woods. Peanut's guardian, Mark Logan, took to Instagram to memorize his beloved pet in a video. Through tears, Logan, with his girlfriend at his side, said Peanut was the best thing that ever happened to us. On Friday, the DEC and Chemung County Department of Health confirmed both animals' fate. They posted that on December 30th, the DEC seized a raccoon and a squirrel sharing a residence with humans. creating the potential for human exposure to rabies. In addition, a person involved with the investigation was bitten by the squirrel. To test for rabies, both animals were euthanized, the agency said in a statement. CBS News in New York reported, the animals are being tested for rabies, and anyone who has been in contact with these animals is strongly encouraged to consult their physician. I looked up St. Francis. Now, St. Francis, I found images of him cradling squirrels in his right arm while his outreached left hand meets a bird. These reflect Francis's role as the patron saint of animals and nature. It has become customary for churches to hold ceremonies blessing animals on his feast day of the 4th of October of every year, which became known as World Animal Day. Logan, who works as a mechanical engineer, was living in Norwalk, Connecticut, until he decided to move upstate New York last year to start the animal sanctuary. Called the Peanuts Freedom Farm Animal Sanctuary, it opened in April of last year and now houses about 300 animals, including horses, goats, alpacas, and is run by his wife and himself and other family members. Logan is aware that it's against New York state law to own a wild animal without a license. He said he was in the process of filing paperwork to get Peanut certified as an educational animal. So there was no warrant, so no judge was involved, just some person high in power, letting the power go to their head, decided to take their pets and kill them. But yet, they constantly do this to American citizens, take their pets and kill them. It just makes me so mad. Look at all the veterans who have lost their homes to put in illegals. And then they go after U.S. citizens. This country has gone to, I can't say the dogs. Dogs act better. Gone to hell in a basket, right? And to think it's only going to get worse. As many of you that follow me know, I feed the squirrels. I have had families of raccoons that I've fed in the past. Both, I think, are very intelligent. My daughter said she saw a mother squirrel with its baby squirrel on the back porch the other day. The baby squirrel was on the hammock, making it swing back and forth, and it was obvious that the squirrel was playing. The raccoons would bring their babies to the back door of my house that I had at one time, and they would stand up there and look inside the door waiting for food to be fed to them. I used to just put out extra dog and cat food for them. I don't feel threatened by either raccoons or by squirrels. Just another reminder for me of God's creatures that he puts here on earth for us to enjoy and sometimes help them. Yeah, feed them in the winter when food is scarce. Make sure they have a source of clean water. Yeah, my heart goes out to Logan and his girlfriend. Such a heartbreaking event that our government does. Yeah, it's just another sign of how they treat people. So what are your thoughts? Put your comments down below. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.